going on, man? I want to chop it up a little bit about this Nolan Wells thing. Nolan Wells. Let me get his name right. Nolan Wells. Incident, I'm going to go ahead and call it a murder. I don't know what y'all think about it, man, but I feel like it's too many questions behind something that seems so obvious. We keep hearing, well, he was with this group of friends, and then the quote unquote friend got on YouTube, did a little interview with Officer Tatum, and supposedly spelled out everything, how it happened and everything, but it's still too many questions, man. What boat was he on when he went? What boat was he on when he left? The big question for me is, if we can't get no information out of anybody, the one person we should be going at is this Katie person. This Katie lady. Why? Because multiple people said she was the last person he was with before the boys left, which was supposed to be in 4:30, 4:40, something like that, when the boat was supposedly sinking. Well, when they left, they say he was with Katie. So I haven't heard anything from Katie. I think we heard something from her sister, but we ain't heard nothing from Katie. Katie, you the piece. You the piece that's gonna shed some light on things. So it's no wonder why you being quiet. Remain silent, because everything you say will be used against you in the court of law. But my thing is, if it was said that he was with you last, you gotta know something. You gotta know where he went, or if he stayed with you. Like what did y'all do? That's my question. When everybody left, what did y'all do? Did y'all continue to talk? Did y'all continue to drink and just party together? Did y'all have some type of intimate little time? Like, let's talk about that. That's the key piece. That's what's missing. But the fact that we haven't heard anything from you, you can clear up all this. If it was truly an incident, why is everybody so quiet? If it was truly an accident, why is everybody so quiet? Speak about the accident as you perceived it. What's up with all the secretive and the mysteries and all? What's up with all that? So you wonder why the black community is questioning everything and pointing the finger on their own. Why not? When you leave the playing field wide open, we got to fill in the gaps. We doing the job of the law enforcement. Y'all should be filling in these gaps. What's up with the throat missing? What's up with the lungs missing? What's up with this stuff? It makes no sense. Why can't we just have a fair trial? Why can't we just have a fair investigation? Why can't we just have some common sense when it comes to our black children? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still trying to figure out how we gonna get Carmelo out. If you notice, since Nolan Wells passing, I haven't seen too much on the media anyway. My algorithm ain't showing me nothing about Carmelo Anthony no more. Now, I can go look it up and things, and yes, of course, but that's just how quick they want to try to sweep you under the rug. But we will not forget Carmelo Anthony. We will not forget Nolan Wells. These are our children y'all playing with right in front of our faces. If it was the other way around and the shoe was on the other foot, it would not take this long to get an indictment if any one of them boys was Caucasian. And yeah, I said it. I ain't want to really come out with the race and everything, but it's obvious now there's a discrepancy in the law and how it rules against an African American's life or Caucasian Americans' life, Caucasians' life. It's different. We don't get them same rights and privileges and benefits, you know. They gonna do everything they can to try to prove these boys innocent, you know. But when that shoe is on the other foot, they do everything they can to prove that we guilty. So, you know, I'm tired of the disparity. I'm tired of the differences being made. But, you know, nothing's going to change until we really make them feel it. And time has shown that we got to be more involved. But we also got to be more serious about, you know, these injustices. You know, to me, it's a no-brainer. Even with the Carmelo Anthony situation. Man, I stayed up on it and watched the videos as y'all watched them. I listened to the commentary as y'all listened to them. And yes, I know that I don't have all the information. I got everything that they putting out. And just from what I seen, you know, the video, man, I seen a video where on the Carmelo Anthony case, after the quote-unquote stabbing, you know, you got Carmelo on the field. I believe he's being walked by some adults at that point. He ain't running from the adults. He telling them, yes, it was me. Because in his mind, I've done no wrong in his mind, you know. The thing with me, man, when we gonna pinpoint who that was tossing something in the trash? When we gonna pinpoint who that was taking that same object out of the trash? When we gonna pinpoint that same individual running off the field and running off the camera by himself? Who is that? To me, that's the most suspicious thing I seen throughout that whole incident. Yeah, we just had a scuffle under the tent. Yeah, it's people scattering and moving and, you know, but this one individual stuck out to me more than anybody. Bro, what you putting in the trash? Why you standing around the trash? What you picking up out the trash? And what made you run away from the crime scene? Who is that? Question him. Interrogate him. Bring him in. To me, it seems common sense. Maybe I'm missing something. But that's easy. To me, he's suspect number one. You got to have some answers. Talk about all that. What did you put in that? You know, so it's things that we see as common sense. So to me, and I don't know, because I haven't really seen any much more. But to me, this Eddie guy in the Carmelo Anthony situation, this Eddie friend, who quote unquote said, "Oh, I'm not Carmelo's friend," but they got pictures of y'all together. You invited him over to the tent. You know the man's lady, his girlfriend, who he deal with, y'all. You know him. What made you lie about that? So I tend to think Eddie was the one that set that up. I tend to think that Eddie was that one reaching in that trash can and running off screen. Let's investigate it. You know, put him in the hot seat, make him talk. And the same with Nolan Wells. This situation to me, the number one suspect is Katie. If everybody pointing the finger at you, Katie, hey, he was with you last when we seen him, and nobody else seen him with anyone else after you. Come on, man, come on, you got to say something. You know. And now the story is Bart. This Bart character. Now he's coming in the picture. Well, where Bart come from? Well, Bart is Katie's boyfriend. Even more, like, that's common sense. Come on, like, do we have to continue to put the dots together? Yes, we do, but come on. Katie got a boyfriend. You know, white dude, probably mad that Nolan, you know, shooting his shot, macking whatever. Or maybe Katie really liking Nolan. Nolan shooting his shot. I don't really know what happened on the beach that day. But I do know how hating boyfriends act. You know, I do know how white privilege acts. I know those things. I know how it could have went. If you see your lady smiling and sniggering in somebody else's face, let alone one of us, a black guy. Don't let your buddies be around, cause they finna clown you. Get what? Hold on, man, I gotta do something about this. I got a straight face. I'm tending to lean toward, hey, Katie and Bart, hey, y'all gotta do some talking now. Cause the fingers are pointed at you. So, you know, man, I just, you know, tell me what you think about the case, where it's going. Drop a comment, drop a like if you like the material, man, and let's just talk about it, man. But for one, let's keep their names alive. Let's keep their names alive, and let's keep our youth in mind in everything we do. And I'm speaking of our black youth. We got to be the ones that shelter them, take care of them, and groom them, and keep them safe, man. As we see, the world cares nothing about them. So it's up to us, people who look like us, to step up, step in, and give these children something to be proud of. Security, you know, fulfillment, you know, protection. That's what this time is calling for. So let's come together, you know. Let's continue to fight for justice. And nah, we ain't going no more, man. So we demand some answers, and we will get those answers. Hey, stay positive, stay motivated, and drop a comment, man. Let me know what you think about the Nolan Wells case, and let me know how you feel about the black community and how we should move forward after these incidents. You know, let's talk about it. Much love.